let's try to understand the time further. Now, previously also we discussed how morning is created. The morning is created, it starts from the universe's origin and coming from origin, then force cube, then we have learned, I have given the brief introduction of the universe. In that I explained the sun is first created and then the moon, worlds. So the universe, the time at the universe's origin comes from origin to the force cube, sun, moon. So these are the non-physical worlds, non-physical creations, and then that time comes to the world. So then finally it comes to infinite immortal planes up to here. From origin to infinite immortal planes, the time is the existing time, everlasting time, and it doesn't elapse. And as it doesn't elapse, we cannot measure it, because we can measure any time actually the time intervals only we can measure with respect to some changes. But from here to here, as the time is everlasting, it's not measurable, can't measure. And then when the universe creates 3 Sahasri worlds, then here only the space is created. From 3 Sahasri world only the space is originated, and then the elapsing time is also starts there, and it passes when we do things, when we do some work or things undergo changes. So therefore the time from 3 Sahasri world to our world, to this present moment, the time is elapsing. So that is a measurable time. And all these worlds, 3 Sahasri world, Dvisahasri world, Sahasri world, and then our sun and earth, and then today morning or 7 a.m. for this time, for this moment, the time has come from the universe's origin only. The universe's origin distributes time to every creation throughout the universe. And when it comes to 3 Sahasri world, I have explained briefly that 3 Sahasri world is consisted of 1 into 10 to the power 9 suns, then one by one. So when if we start from the 3 Sahasri world, there's one sun at the top and then another sun, like that. There will be 1,000 suns, and from one sun to the next sun, the time is being given. The universe's time gives to every single sun, and then every single world based on that sun. And other galaxies also will receive time from the universe's origin. But it's not those times, the times that are acting in 3 Sahasri worlds, acting on these suns, is completely different from the time between the origin and immortal planes. So these are elapsing times. And then from after those 1,000 suns, there's in the Dvisahasri world, there's another set of 1,000 suns. Then to those suns also the time is given. And then it comes to Sahasri world. Then to those Sahasri worlds also there's 1 into 10 to the power 3, 1,000 suns. Then to each of those suns also the time is given. Then finally it comes to our sun in our solar system. Then from our sun also receives time, and then as the earth rotates around the sun, our sun gives the earth a time. So that's for 1 year it's 365 days. Likewise, in that way only the time has come to our world. And when it comes to our sun and then coming to the earth, then to the morning, today morning, the time is 7 a.m. Now let's say now it's 7 a.m. Then, so after such a long journey, only that 7 a.m. at this particular moment has come to our world. So that is why the morning is not an isolated event. It has a very long, boundless history. And because it's coming from universe's origin. Then we can then after that, in the morning 7 a.m. So how do we say the 7 a.m. The morning? We say that for an example, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon, we say it's the morning time. And after that, it's the afternoon. So there's hours from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m., 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a time interval. For that particular time interval, we call it the morning. Then, not only that, now as I previously also explained that we cannot figure out the time directly because the time cannot make it visible by itself. So the light is only, light makes the time visible. When we see the sunlight, we can figure out that it's the morning. So the morning is time. The 7 a.m. is also time. So how do we see that? How do we figure out this? When the sun rises, when we see the sunlight only. So then the light is the sunlight, time is the morning or 7 a.m. Light time combination comes to us together. They don't come to us individually, separately. The time is very important, and this is very so profound. That is why I take time and explain more and more. Because you need to figure out this clearly, and you need to awaken the wisdom by understanding, by experiencing the time at the universe's origin. So I have to give a lot of examples to explain how to figure out the time. Otherwise, it's very difficult to figure out what's the universe's origins time. What is the time in the immortal planes. So now I have written the morning time interval from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Now what's happening here now, as I previously mentioned, the morning is a time interval, and we add the mass force. As you know, the mass can collect things in the universe. Mass is a force. I'll give the definitions end of this explanations of light, mass and time. I'll give the clear definitions. So what does the mass do? Mass is a force, and it collects the light time combinations in the universe. So now what happens here is, when the sun rises, we figure out it's the morning. Then morning time is 6 to 12. So 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. the mass force adds those two. The mass force adds 1 hour to 6. Then it becomes 7. Then another 1 hour to 7. The mass force adds. Then that collection gives us 8 a.m. So likewise, the hours are added up. The mass force adds hours, and then all those the collections will finally give us 12 noon, and that time interval will represent the morning. So we figure out it's the morning. Morning is time. So if the mass force doesn't add up 1 hour, 2 hour like this, then we won't have morning. That is how the universe has created the morning. It has come from universe's origin. And when it comes to this world, the worlds which are based on space and matter, the worlds that we live, that is the three Sahasri worlds. Three Sahasri worlds are based on matter and space. Those are transient worlds. The time elapses in those worlds. So this is how the elapse in time comes. Mass force adds those two, and further we can figure out it. Now let's say, now if there is a wall, and wall is, we know that wall is made out of bricks, and but we won't call the wall as a brick. Wall is the wall, but we know that it's made out of bricks. Now one brick is not the wall. The wall is not a single brick. It's a collection. Similarly, the morning. Morning is a collection. Morning is a creation, and it's the wall. Morning is the wall. How it is being made out of? It's made out of time. So time bricks makes up the wall, and then this is the morning. Time bricks make up the have made the morning. So this is the wall, or this is the morning. This whole creation is the morning, but morning is not time. Morning is made out of time. That is why now when we try to figure out the time as according to the experiences in our world, then we can never define it correctly. That is what has happened to scientists. We must speak the truth. They try to define time based on their experiences in this world. What they experience is the Earth's rotation. Now when it comes to this explanation, we know that Earth's rotation took place after an infinite time. Earth's rotation depends on our sun. Our sun depends on the sun above it. And that sun depends on the sun above that. So our sun depends on thousands of suns. Now this is our sun, and then all together there are 1 into 10 to the power 9 suns above it all together. So all these suns are affecting our sun. Due to those suns, all those suns have given our sun the time, and then backwards the universe's origin has given time to all those suns. So that is why now even when it comes to space-time curve, why did the scientists try to introduce the space-time curve? Because they wanted to explain time. They try to define the time. Then what they can figure out is the Earth's rotation. So they thought that the elliptical orbit of our Earth around the sun, that is representing the time. The elliptical orbit of the Earth around the sun represents time. That is how the scientists thought, because that is their observation. Then they, using the space-time curve, they tried to define the time based on that observation. But actually, to describe any phenomena in the universe, we cannot define it based on our experiences, our observations, because that's not the origin. Before it comes to our observations, before our six senses originated, there's another world, non-physical world, that in that non-physical world only everything, every methodology, all wisdom originated. So that is that methodology, that wisdom only controls all these worlds, including our world. That wisdom only controls the earth's rotation. Earth's rotation, there's no earth's rotation at the universe's origin. It took place after a boundless time since the universe originated. The rotation of the earth around the sun took place after the infinite immortal plane's origination. Infinite immortal planes originated in there's no rotation of those planes around the sun. That is why there's no death in those immortal planes. The beings and plants live in those immortal planes. So they don't experience any death. Those are everlasting planes. So that is because there's no rotation of the earth. Now let me explain that also. Because when we are explaining time, we have to explain that also. Immortal planes. Now when we go step by step from the universe's origin for the creations, we'll come across immortal planes. I have previously explained this very briefly. In immortal planes, now the universe creates plants, beings, moon, the sun, moon and world. After that, those beings and plants, those beings and plants live in these immortal planes, and all these creations, all the universe's creations before Sahasrara world exist as forces. These creations exist as forces, or the wisdom, the universal wisdom. And all these creations exist in a vacuum. As they exist in a vacuum, they are connected to everything. Every creation is connected to everything. That is the universal interconnected wisdom. Universal interconnected wisdom. So everything senses everything, because there's no space, no gap between any creation. So everything senses everything, because all these things exist in a vacuum. And also I have taken separately for immortal planes. When we discuss immortal planes, the everlasting beings and plants live in those. In those planes also the time doesn't elapse. Time exists. And there's no rotation of these planes around the sun. And therefore the time doesn't elapse. Time doesn't elapse as there's no rotation around the sun. And the rotation took place in the universe after a boundless time since the universe's origination. Universe originated, and then the creations came up to the immortal planes. Within this part of the universe, the time doesn't elapse. So the Earth's rotation is not happening here. Earth's rotation took place in 3 Sahasrara worlds, below 3 Sahasrara worlds. So therefore, now when it comes to our worlds, Sahasrara worlds, 3 Sahasrara, Dvisahasrara and Sahasrara worlds, we experience the growth, death. That's because our earth takes us around the sun. The universe has created the rotation in order to establish the death. That's because when the beings come to Sahasrara worlds, beings come to live in Sahasrara worlds, they have the egoism, they have the mind, and they don't want to go away from they want to live on earth or live in the worlds, Sahasri worlds, forever. But the universe wants them to move away from those those worlds. So as they don't want to go, the universe has established a methodology, a theory for them to die. The to create the death, in purpose of creating the death, the universe established the rotation of the earth around the sun. When the earth rotates around the sun, then the time elapses. The beings are born, and from smaller size, then they grow up. As the earth rotates around the sun, the time elapses. So they grow up to, they become younger, and then they become old and die. So the death is a creation. The universe has established that methodology. So everyone has to die in these Sahasri worlds. But when it comes to immortal planes and above Sahasri worlds, these beings and plants, they never die. Because they don't have egoism. The mind doesn't exist here. Mind is not created yet. But mind is created from Sahasri worlds onwards. So these beings and plants are everlasting. Because the universe wants everlasting beings and plants, because now as we all have to die, not only that, the plants and even Sahasri worlds, also the whole Sahasri world system also will be destroyed time to time. The universe has established that methodology to destroy this, and also not only the destruction, the universe recreates these Sahasri worlds once it is destroyed. Again, even if everything is destroyed in the Sahasri worlds, the universe recreates those again, because the universe has established everlasting theories for worlds, plants and beings, and those theories will never be destroyed. So using these theories, everlasting theories, universe can create Sahasri worlds again, time to time. It can destroy as well as it can create. The universe has only established all these methodology, the wisdom, the theories. Now you must be wondering whether why did the universe do these kind of things? We all have to, we are bound by the universe. We are bound to universe's methodology, wisdom, the creation, the theories. So we that is our frame. We can't think beyond the universe. The universe is governing everything. That is why now we can't even imagine what the universe does for these creations, and all what we do. We live, we die, we work hard, we explore the wisdom. All these things happen within the universe. So it now, even though the universe has established all this methodology, the everlasting theories as well as transient worlds, transient creations, impermanent creations, impermanent worlds, we have problems if we stick to those, if we experience those, if we try to experience those with egoism. That's the problem. Now, why are these beings, the beings living immortal planes, they exist forever because they don't have egoism. When it comes to these worlds, without knowing, unknowingly we have stick to the egoism. We have become the slaves of egoism. Therefore, we experience problems, death, growth. We want all the things for us to, like, we want to grab everything. We want the ownership of everything. When it comes to Sahasrara words, that is not knowing actually. Then, because of that reason, the universe established the death for the beings to die and go to another world, and then come back to go back to another world, and like that it has established the theories. So the egoism is the problem. Otherwise, we also can experience eternal life, eternity. Actually, that is what is happening by learning and experiencing the origin of the universe and universal sciences we introduce through this content. Because then by learning these things, you will understand that death is a creation, time in our world is a creation, and all these the relationships are also creations. But because of our egoism only, we have got lot of problems. If we can live in the world without egoism, then we will not have problems. We will experience immense wisdom, and without any problems we can live in this world too. By experiencing this content, understanding this content, your brain awakens, and it directly connects with the universe's origin, the universe force cube, which carry immense wisdom, infinite energy. Then you will experience an everlasting life, you experience everlasting happiness, you experience time traveling. So all those things you can experience. So that is why now when it comes to these words, the rotation in Sahasrara words, earth rotates around the sun, time elapses, the growth occurs, plants grow, and beings also grow. They become younger, plants are flowering, and they give out fruits, and time to time, then end of after some period, every creation goes to death also. And that is how we experience time. That is why when scientists try to figure out time, try to define time based on this, the experience in Sahasrara world, so experience in our world is not the ultimate truth. We have to define it from the universe's origin. You have to go to the origin and define, then nobody can break that definition. That's the everlasting definition. With this, I want to mention about the evolution theory also. According to evolution theory, we start from a smaller being, smaller size, and grew up. But that happens. The human evolution did not take place here on earth. It originated from the universe's origin. From there onwards only the human beings originated. And also, according to evolution theory, the scientists, those who have introduced it, they say that the human beings come from animals, monkeys, chimpanzees. But according to this, we prove that it's not possible, because when it comes to the universe's origin, the beings, the human beings only were created first. That is why by awakening the wisdom, we can experience, we can go to the universe's origin. As we come from the universe's origin, by carrying all the wisdom, the theories or the methodology that the universe created, the universe created all these, the force cube, plants, beings, worlds and all those things, and that needs using the universal wisdom. The universe has the wisdom to create all those, and the human brain brings those, carries those, all those theories, that universal wisdom when it is coming to these worlds. That the human brain is not this physical brain, it's the wisdom. So that wisdom, that human brain carries all this information. That is why, so that means as it is carrying all this information of the universe's creations about all these infinite worlds, it carries the information, the wisdom of the immortal planes and all these creations. And not only that, it carries the wisdom of Sahasrari worlds, infinite number of galaxies, and 1 into 10 to the power 9 suns, that the creation of those suns, that wisdom, all those worlds that are linked with these suns, galaxies. So all those wisdom is carried by the human brain. That is why the human beings, only the human beings can go to the universe's origin, because it is within their brain. The animals cannot go to the universe's origin because they don't have that brain, they don't have that wisdom, and they are not connected to. Animals are not connected to the universe's origin. Human beings are the beings, only beings who are connected with the universe's origin through the brain. That is why we can go there. The animals are connected with the human beings. Human beings connect human beings. The animals are connected to the human beings. They are connected. The animals were created. So we have to think about the creation of animals. How did the animal were created? How did the universe created the animal? Due to the non-doctrine behavior of human beings. Their bad behavior, their evil thoughts. Because of those things, the human beings are born as animals. So animals are connected to human beings, but not to the universe's origin. If they are also coming from universe's origin, then they also will be able to awaken the wisdom and go to the origin and experience the eternity. No, it never happens. They are connected to us only. So that is why the scientists have gone wrong in evolution theory. They think that we come from animals, so then in that case, according to their theory, animals also will be able to go to the immense wisdom, that is the universe's origin, or the force cube. We now see that if we start from the true origin, we can explain everything without contradiction. Many scientists also they also question the evolution theory. They also don't accept it. But the problem is none of the scientists have been able to introduce a new evolution theory to debunk the existing one. So we can easily debunk. We are not criticizing them, but we have to switch to the ultimate truth now. Because no use in that. By just thinking, by just looking at a monkey and thinking that okay, we have come from them. No, by just looking at at some creation, we cannot explain its ultimate truth. It is something that we can observe, we can experience. How many things are there? Now, for an example, if we are going to figure out the origin of an apple tree, we can't we can't explain its origin by just looking at the apple tree, how it grows, how does it absorb the fertilizer, water and air. No, that's not the way. We have to go to its origin. We have to think about who gives the same specific structure for an apple tree. Who decides, who controls, this is how you should absorb minerals from soil. This is how you produce flowers. This is how you get color. This is how you get the fruit peels. This is why the seeds in the middle of the apple fruit. Why can't be those outside? How does it take? Who decides what methodology the apple tree has to use to take in sunlight for the process of photosynthesis? Who gives it a specific shape for the leaves, trunk and some branches also? Who gives the taste to apple fruits? So there has to be some methodology. From that methodology only everything is created. So that wisdom, the methodology, the theory is established here. Everlasting theory. If there isn't any everlasting theory for all these creations, for human beings, for plants, if there isn't any specific unbreakable theory in the universe, day by day different, you can't see any apple tree. You will see different types of trees instead of an apple tree. You will not be able to see it with the specific taste of apple fruit or specific shape of apple tree. The human beings might come in box shapes, some balls, round shapes. The nose will be somewhere else, the eye will be somewhere else for human beings. But we can easily identify when we look at a human being. We can easily distinguish a male and female by looking at their figure. So who gives those specific characteristics? The universe only, the universal wisdom, unbreakable, everlasting, eternal theories of the universe only involved in all these creations. That is why this is very important, and we can clear out all misconceptions in fundamentals, in modern sciences. In physics, we can clear out the misconceptions, the fake proof of space-time curve too, because that's not the origin. They, based on their experience, based on their observation, they try to introduce some model according to their observations. That doesn't work.